Did you need something, darling? No, you just seem like you're in a bit of a huff right now. Oh, you're here to ask me what's wrong. Nothing. Is that all you needed to ask? If it is, I recommend that you leave. Pardon me, was that worded too harshly for you? I'm going to politely ask that you leave. Are you just going to stand there and stare at me, or are you going to go? Or is there something else you want to speak of? I'm trying to read here, and that's hopefully rather obvious. You think something's off with me? Now, why in the world would you say that? When I came home, you were nowhere to be found. I asked around a bit as well, and you had disappeared. And when you finally came home a few hours ago, I found out from Sebastian that you had been at the Transy Manor. Do you mind telling me why you were there? I'm rather concerned for you because you left no notice for me that you were leaving. Every day, if I'm to run errands, and you leave the manor, you leave a note for me, or you tell me beforehand. So when you left and I had no idea where in the hell you were, I had every right to be upset. If you couldn't tell, I was trying to distance myself from you so I wouldn't have to snap like this. But you like to push things, don't you? If you had let me know that you were going there before I left the house today, maybe I would have let it slide. But not only did you not give me some sort of notice, but you were at the Transy Manor. Mind you, I have no idea why you were there. And you still haven't given me a reason not to kick you out of this manor right now. Tell me, darling, what exactly were you doing at Alois Trancy's manor? I don't want excuses. I want reasons. And if I find out that you're lying, you're going to regret it. Am I understood? If you understand the terms, then please explain to me what you were doing. You were delivering letters. And why did that take you over 3 hours. From what Sebastian told me, you were only at Alois's manor. You weren't. Then where else were you? Saying that you were around town doesn't give me specific locations. I want specific locations. So you were at the floral shop, the bakery. Why were you at the bakery? And why were you delivering letters? I see. You, correct me if I'm wrong, darling. You were just returning the favor of a co-worker, and they asked you to deliver letters to the woman running the floral shop. From there, you had letters to deliver to the man who runs the bakery, and so on and so forth. Those details don't seem to matter to me now. Tell me why you were at the Trancy Manor, then. You somehow got yourself involved with the case. And not just any case, but my case. And you didn't bother asking me for help or something? It's my case, I run it. Why couldn't you just, I don't know, ask me about it before running off and doing errands? Sorry. You ended up going to Undertaker about the most recent case I had. And in some odd turn of events, Alois Trancy is the one with information. Oh my lord. And you couldn't have just returned to the manor and informed me of this, so maybe we could have gone together? I don't trust Trancy. You understand this. You've understood this since we met. I would have preferred if you told me about your whereabouts and the reasoning behind them. I understand now that I was a little quick to jump to conclusions, and for that I formally apologize. But in my defense, it is my case. And I do understand that being the caring person you are, and just wanting to return favors, you got involved with something a little too much for you to handle alone. I'm asking you now not to return to the Trancy Manor without me or Sebastian there with you. Am I understood? I don't trust him or any of his staff. And if you're off somewhere, whether it's for fun or for planning or for favors or something, and something happens to you, I'm not going to know where the hell you are. If you are to return to the Trancy Manor for whatever reason, please, darling, tell someone. I do have a few more questions, though, before you may leave. Did he ask you anything too personal, too touchy, too... Did he ask you something that wasn't permitted? No. Interesting. If it were Trancy, I'd expect something a little more. But if he didn't ask, then that's perfectly fine. Did he make any advances to you? Did his butler or any of his staff do anything to you to make you uncomfortable? I only ask because it is not outside of his realm to do so. And I need you to be honest when you answer that question. I don't want to make you feel unsafe. You swear on your life that he didn't do anything. Good. Let me just clarify to make sure that I got all the information straight. You were running some errands for a co-worker, and after a wild goose chase, I assume, for Undertaker, because of my most recent case, he informed you that the person with the most information would be Alois Trancy. And I haven't asked this yet, nor have I received any information from you. Did Alois mention anything about the case or the murders? That brat didn't do anything useful then. Well, as long as you are safe, you look unharmed. He didn't make you uncomfortable, and I know where you are at this moment. That does dull my worry a little. Thank you for your patience, darling. I truthfully didn't mean to snap at you. I was just rather worried for you after I found out you were at the Trancy Manor of all places. You swear that if you ever end up going there, you're either bringing me along or giving me some sort of notice, correct? Good. And if you can help it at all, I never want to hear that you're back there again. If that is all, then you may go back to whatever you were doing before this conversation. Either that, or you can sit beside me quietly as I continue reading. You think you're going to go rest for now? That's perfectly fine. Would you like me to see you to your room, or can you make it there on your own? That sounds all right. Rest well then, darling.